Zambia, a nation blessed with natural beauty and abundant resources, yet beneath the surface lies a nation grappling with profound challenges. In 2020, Zambia became the first African nation to default on its debt during the COVID-19 pandemic. This default highlighted the country's precarious economic situation. Millions of Zambians are struggling to make ends meet. Decades of borrowing and reliance on copper exports have left the nation vulnerable. The pandemic pushed Zambia's fragile economy to the brink. The debt crisis is a human crisis felt by ordinary Zambians. Families struggle to put food on the table and children are forced out of school. Despite these challenges, the resilience of the Zambian people shines through. With sound policies and international support, Zambia can achieve a prosperous future. At the heart of Zambia's economic woes lies a paradox, the curse of its natural wealth. Zambia is richly endowed with copper, a valuable resource that has driven its economy for decades. Yet this dependence on a single commodity has proven to be a double-edged sword. While copper exports have fueled economic growth in the past, they have also exposed Zambia to the volatility of global commodity markets. When copper prices rise, Zambia reaps the benefits. However, when prices fall, as they inevitably do, the Zambian economy takes a hit. This boom and bust cycle has hindered sustainable development and left the country vulnerable to external shocks. Moreover, the dominance of the copper industry has stifled diversification efforts. Other sectors, such as agriculture and manufacturing, have remained underdeveloped, further limiting Zambia's economic resilience. This over-reliance on a single commodity has created a structural weakness in the Zambian economy, one that needs to be addressed to ensure long-term stability. Breaking free from the copper curse is crucial for Zambia's future. Diversifying the economy, investing in human capital, and promoting sustainable development are essential steps towards a more resilient and inclusive economy. In the wake of its 2020 debt default, Zambia turned to the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, for assistance. The IMF, a lender of last resort for nations facing financial crises, agreed to provide a $1.3 billion loan package. This financial lifeline, however, came with strings attached. The IMF loan package included a series of austerity measures aimed at restoring Zambia's fiscal health. These measures included cuts to public spending, tax increases, and the removal of subsidies on essential goods. While necessary to address the immediate crisis, these austerity measures have had a significant impact on the lives of ordinary Zambians. The removal of subsidies, in particular, has led to a sharp increase in the cost of living. Food prices have soared, making it even harder for families to make ends meet. The cuts to public spending have also impacted essential services, such as healthcare and education. As a result, many Zambians are facing increased hardship and uncertainty. The IMF's intervention, while providing much-needed financial support, has come at a cost. The austerity measures, while necessary in the short term, have exacerbated the economic hardships faced by many Zambians. For millions of Zambians, the debt crisis is a daily reality. It is reflected in the rising cost of food, the lack of access to healthcare, and the struggle to provide for their families. The weight of debt is felt most acutely by the most vulnerable. In rural areas where a majority of Zambians live, smallholder farmers grapple with climate change and rising costs. The debt crisis has exacerbated these challenges, pushing many farmers further into poverty. In urban areas, the informal sector has been hit hard, leading to business closures and job losses. Despite hardships, Zambians show resilience, relying on social networks and entrepreneurial spirit. But without sustainable solutions, the cycle of poverty and debt will continue. To break free from the shackles of debt and build a more prosperous future, Zambia must look beyond copper. Diversifying the economy away from its reliance on a single commodity is crucial for long-term stability and growth. Agriculture, with its vast potential, holds the key to Zambia's economic transformation. By investing in modern farming techniques, improving access to markets, and adding value to agricultural products, Zambia can unlock the full potential of this sector. This would not only boost economic growth, but also create jobs and improve food security. Furthermore, Zambia can leverage its strategic location and abundant renewable energy resources to become a regional hub for manufacturing and clean energy production. By attracting foreign investment, promoting innovation, and developing its human capital, Zambia can create a more diversified and resilient economy. The path to economic diversification will not be easy. It requires a concerted effort from the government, the private sector, and civil society. However, with the right policies, investments, and partnerships, Zambia can break free from the copper curse and build a more prosperous and equitable future for all. Section 6. A continent adrift, shared struggles, uncertain futures. Zambia's story is not unique. Across the African continent, many nations are grappling with similar challenges: high levels of debt, over-reliance on commodity exports, and vulnerability to global economic shocks. The COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine have only exacerbated these vulnerabilities, pushing many African economies to the brink. The debt crisis in Africa is a complex issue with far-reaching consequences. It is driven by a confluence of factors, including historical injustices, structural inequalities in the global financial system, and poor governance in some countries. The rising cost of debt servicing has diverted resources away from essential sectors such as healthcare and education, hindering development progress. Moreover, climate change is posing an existential threat to many African nations, including Zambia. Extreme weather events, such as droughts and floods, are becoming more frequent and intense, impacting agricultural yields, displacing communities, and exacerbating food insecurity. Despite the shared challenges, there is also a shared sense of hope and resilience across the continent. African nations are working together to find innovative solutions to their problems, leveraging technology, promoting intra-African trade, and advocating for a more just and equitable global order. Section 7. Seeds of Hope Towards a Brighter Tomorrow. Despite the daunting challenges, there is hope for Zambia. The country is blessed with abundant natural resources, a young and dynamic population, and a strong tradition of resilience. By embracing innovative solutions, fostering good governance, and promoting sustainable development, Zambia can chart a path towards a brighter future. One promising avenue for growth is the development of renewable energy sources. Zambia has immense potential in solar, hydro, and geothermal power, which can not only meet its own energy needs, but also be exported to neighboring countries, generating much-needed revenue. Another key to Zambia's transformation lies in empowering its people, particularly its youth. Investing in education and skills development will equip the next generation with the tools they need to compete in the global economy and drive innovation. Furthermore, fostering good governance, transparency, and accountability is paramount. Tackling corruption, strengthening institutions, and promoting citizen participation will create a more conducive environment for investment, economic growth, and inclusive development. Now, Section 8. The Power of Partnership, a Global Call to Action. Zambia's journey towards a more prosperous future cannot be undertaken in isolation. International cooperation and support are crucial for the country to overcome its challenges and achieve its development goals. The global community has a moral responsibility to support Zambia and other developing nations grappling with debt burdens, climate change, and poverty. Debt relief is an essential first step. Developed nations and international financial institutions must provide Zambia and other heavily indebted countries with meaningful debt relief, allowing them to free up resources for investment in healthcare, education, and other essential services. Furthermore, increased development assistance, particularly in the areas of climate change adaptation and mitigation, is crucial. Developed nations must fulfill their commitments to provide financial and technical support to developing countries, helping them build resilience against climate impacts and transition to low-carbon economies. Beyond financial assistance, fostering fair trade practices is essential. Developed nations should remove trade barriers, promote market access for developing countries' products, and ensure a level playing field in global trade. This will enable developing nations like Zambia to harness their comparative advantages, increase exports, and drive economic growth. Section 9. A time for resilience, Zambia's unwavering spirit. Zambia stands at a crossroads. The choices it makes today will determine its destiny for generations to come. The challenges are immense, but so too is the resilience of the Zambian people. Their unwavering spirit, coupled with sound economic policies, international support, and a commitment to sustainable development, can pave the way for a brighter future. The journey ahead will be long and arduous. It will require sacrifices, determination, and a collective effort from all segments of society. But the spirit of the Zambian people, their unwavering belief in a better tomorrow, will serve as a beacon of hope as they navigate the path towards a more prosperous and equitable future.